So, mentoring stewards call, November 27, Thanksgiving Eve. So I'm really in deep gratitude that you've all shown up. Yesterday, Shelly went off to do a job today and said, I can't be there. Let's just cancel. And I'm like, no, we're going to do it. And I'll be here and it's okay. And even if there's one person, I want to hold this space today. So I'm really honored and happy and delighted that we have all of you here this morning. So thank you for that deep bow of gratitude for showing up. And I do want to do something with intention today, as well as just being in the spaciousness of gratitude. So like I mentioned in this attunement, I'm going to invite you all in to bring that frequency of gratitude forward with your voices, as if we're blanketing the planet this morning with our voices of gratitude, that these snows fell, the winds blew, most of the Midwest from 24 to 36 inches to lots of ice and wet and lots of accidents. And so let's send our love, but let's blanket the world with our gratitude here. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to open us with an attunement of just bringing us into this presence. And then I'm going to open this to your voices of gratitude and just follow the flow in a popcorn style of bringing forth what's on your heart this morning with the theme of gratitude. And then I'll bring it back in after I hear everyone's voice. I'll bring us back to a conclusion and come back into this moment so we can, I want you to participate in something special this morning. So with that, let us begin. If you want to, just close your eyes. I will leave you muted and feel free to unmute yourself. And so there's no need to, if you want to keep your eyes open and watch, that's fine. But I will leave you unmuted. You unmute yourself. I'll leave you muted, unmute yourself, and come in when you feel called. So with that, let's take just some moments of awareness. And the invitation is not to take a deep breath. The invitation is to be reflective of your breathing. Just bringing your awareness, your attention to the actual breath and its natural pattern in this moment. And really experiencing gratitude for the breath. Gratitude for this incredible, miraculous process of life, giving us life. The incredible miracle of instantaneous process of health, exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. How does that happen? Let's stay in the miracle of that. And if we're tuning into the breath, we may be feeling the pulsing of our heart. The beating of our heart is, again, blood is exchanged in this beautiful, miraculous journey of life. and a steady beat of love that's with us in every moment. The pulsing of wisdom, compassion, guidance, of grace, of wholeness. And as we feel the expansiveness of our own being through the breathing and the beating of our heart, we're mindful of a world where every individual feels valued, connected, and whole. So in cultivating this ethos of wholeness, we lift up our planet in gratitude, seeing all the beings that inhabit this beautiful planet as one planetary body. We move beyond humanity to the four-leggeds, the two-leggeds, the swimmers, the flying, the beloveds, the plants, the trees, the waters. And we call forth health and wholeness. We call forth the healing balm of wholeness that heals all divides, healing the division in whatever way we may see that in this moment. And in gratitude for the incredible radiant diversity of this one planetary body, we all bring our voices of gratitude forward in whatever way that might be in this moment. Talking sticks in the middle.
Kate here in South Dakota will pick up the stocking sticks on the heels of that because it's almost an answer to a prayer or a dream. What you just spoke was like a condensed version of the Iroquois Thanksgiving address. And that it's just one of my favorite documents ever. And the dream to me has always been that our children will know and recite that. That will be, like the new Pledge of Allegiance. And as all of these different aspects of life are recognized and honored, it ends with, and now our minds are one. And so I'm just honored to be in circle with you, and how that reflection takes me to the original Grand Council that started this entire democracy. And of course, my thoughts today go back to the original Thanksgiving. And isn't it about feeding one another? And don't we know when we're loved when we feed one another? And thank you all for sharing your sacred time and space, and we'll pass the talking feather.
Mitakoyasan. Thank you so much, Kate. It's reminding us of our indigenous family. What's coming to me is family, the connections that we have, our own individual families, our children, our parents, our siblings, our spouses. But the family of good of the whole, the family of our tribe that is evolving consciously. And I'm so grateful for all of the families, all of the circles that I have. It's a family of love and acknowledging that in this lifetime we have chosen to bring love to our families, not just our birth families, but the circles that we belong to, the friendships that we have, the sisterhood, the brotherhood. So grateful for that circle of life and the planet herself, for the water and the clean soil and the food that we nourish ourselves with. There's so much to be grateful for. So I am spreading this over the planet, this feeling of deep, deep gratitude for every person who's doing the best that they can. They're doing their job. They're living on this same planet with us. And there is no they, it's us, it's all of us. We are living in gratitude at the ability of awareness that we can hold. And holding this gratitude opens my heart, reminds me that I am loved and that I have the ability to love. Aho Mitakoyasan. I'm so grateful for all of you, all of us.
Good morning. I am grateful for the beauty of this world and the privilege of being here. I'm grateful for all that I've had, all that I will have, and all that I have right here and now. and for my family, my son, my family and friends, and little Lovey who chose to join us this morning, my four-legged family, this little Lovey baby. And the privilege to be here with all of you this morning on this call. I'm so grateful for everything everyone has spoken for. Every day I have to remind myself to be grateful for shelter, clean water, good food, a bed to lay on and sleep on, and so much more living in this beautiful, beautiful world. So thank you all. And it's such a privilege, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for everything you've shared. I'm grateful for the global lungs, the trees, the plankton, and everything that gives us the oxygen we need to breathe. And I feel grateful for the global heart that shares this love out into the world, with all of us included in that global heart, and all beings included in the global heart. Thank you.
I am grateful for this deep connection, this feeling of this very moment. I am grateful for my tears, for my body that recognizes the beauty of this deep connection. I am grateful for this design, of this miracle of being me, human. To experience the magic and the beauty of the creation and this embodiment. I'm grateful for the last 4 days that I've been in bed in this state of resting, the awareness of recognizing there is nothing wrong to fix it. This is another state of being. And how to be with that and in it. There is nothing that out of this circle of gratitude. The beauty that each one of you bring to my life. I am grateful for the breath that I'm breathing.
And this is Oriana. And I am grateful. I'm just feeling such joy that what needs more to be said than the feeling of being grateful. There's such joy and gratitude. And I was feeling the living water. When you were describing the breath, that the breath of the world is in the living water, that there is the atmosphere of which we are held, this little speck of stardust we're on, held in a drop of water, floating in the cosmic ocean. What an incredible world that is formed inside a drop of water. And I'm grateful for the water as it is alive. And as we awaken and become aware of the water, that we are mostly water, 99% water molecules that are communicating intracellularly and with the rest of the life force of the planet. What is it to be the life force of the planet as living water and being grateful to be alive? And I'm whole.
June, you joined us late. We are in a rolling attunement of gratitude with the intention to just blanket our whole Earth, planet Earth, with this beautiful blanket of gratitude this morning. So we'd love to invite your voice in to just share whatever's on your heart in this moment before we close this beautiful, beautiful, incredible attunement.
I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be able to give love and receive love. I'm grateful to have the privilege of giving and receiving. It's an incredible joy just to feel the aliveness that comes in when I wake up in the morning, and that I can say thank you as I go to sleep at night. There's a joy in knowing that every day I have an opportunity to feel more, see more, and do more, to help more, to care more. I have intense gratitude for each one of you in my life, for each one of my family, my friends, my people I work with in my job. And I have such gratitude for the world of nature, for the gift of the beauty of what I see and hear and feel in nature. And so I'm just extremely grateful today for all that I have the privilege of experiencing, all I have the privilege of giving to, and the privilege of being in this group today and for as long as it exists. And I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you all. And as I listened to your words, I had this image just now of this beautiful blanket, like a blanket of snow, melting with the incredible sunshine into the bodies of water on the planet, circulating back around and ready to be rain and hail and snow somewhere else again, and just really feeling the waters within us and within the planet moving, nourishing. And let us come back in. I have a planned activity as we've shifted how we do this call, but I want to tell you what happened to me during this meditation. And I want to tell you, at first you might feel like this doesn't stay in resonance of this beautiful gratitude and the peace and the joy that we're feeling. I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of peace and joy in gratitude. I love that, is what's circulating. So at first you might go, and then hopefully you'll come back into the joy with me, because I have to tell you what I experienced, which was beautiful. So what I experienced just a moment ago, and I don't remember in between who, but it was like this beautiful thing that happened. So I'm putting together a description for a class I'm teaching in January. for the senior college at the local university. So I'm going to teach senior college. And they want something uplifting, and they want something that will help give them a break for what they're seeing in the media. And they like kind of described some things. And I was in meditation just asking what that might be to really be uplifting, and yet these are really intelligent. A lot of them are retired college professors. They're incredible people that will be taking this class. And so, I want it to be really potent, to really ignite the capacity of our collective healing here through this class. So this morning I asked in meditation and sat with it, and I heard the title of my next book, which I'm working on, and it's like, oh, I can't have it be the title of my book. It's like, yeah, I do, and so I'm hearing this. And here's what happened during our meditation. I don't remember between who, but I saw this old rickety pirate ship. Imagine those old, big, rickety pirate ships. It's tipped over and it's sinking, and all of a sudden there's people over here, and most of them were in business suits. I got to tell you, most of them were in business suits, and they're over there with buckets, taking the water out of the boat, just working as fast as they can. Others over here trying to hammer and repair and fix. Others are reaching people out of the water and pulling them back in the boat, trying to save them. And there's all this activity happening in this boat. And then the picture spans out like a cartoon. And here we are in this beautiful utopia of this gorgeous planet of heaven. And it's like this theme park where the water's like 4 foot deep, the old pirate ship's tipped over, and it's like this theme park where they're all in there. And here is the old consciousness trying to save this boat that they think is saving. And we're all out here holding the peace and holding the grace and holding the thanksgiving, and in this beautiful earth all around this gorgeous, just looking in, watching them play in the theme park, believing that they're saving that sinking ship of the old consciousness. I loved that image. I love that image. I have to find a cartoonist who can draw that for me, because it was perfect to say, this is that wider view that the world needs to see. And the thing that I was told as I'm like, this is coming in through your words in this beautiful field that we created today, the message was that literally it's just a small population now that's trying to save that ship. That's all. That ship is such a small part of who we be as the world is in this beautiful place of grace and forgiveness and love and peace and joy and gratitude. And so we hold that image of a world that's living for the good of the whole, that we just send those that choose to stay on that ship so much love and compassion, that we don't have to go pull them off that ship. We just have to sit around in our lawn chairs, taking in the sun and watching them in that theme park doing their thing, and send them love. So thank you for letting me share that. I think it's just really cool. I'm really grateful for that vision that came in. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Field. I'm going to invite you in to co-create our resource repository for Good of the Whole. As you know, Good of the Whole is so much more than what we can put into words sometimes. It's ineffable of what really this organism is holding for us. And one of the pieces that this holds, and we can speak more of this in the future, of this three-legged stool of what that really is. But one piece is the resource repository that a lot of people don't even realize is there. And I'm going to invite you in. We're going to take a little tour. in holding this beautiful space of gratitude as we take this little tour. I'm going to share. And I want you to hold this week and to bring more in. So I think, June and Grace, you're probably on your computer. If you're on your phone, not. And then we can definitely post this recording so everybody can see it. But I'm going to share my screen. And just take us to the good of the whole website. Someone asked me, we need to put the nonprofit on the website. And I want to just say, oh my gosh, it's in a lot of different places. Like the very first thing you see, there's the nonprofit. It's right there. Our vision and mission. This is the homepage here, of course. Again, it talks about being a nonprofit toward the bottom. Support us today. It's a 501c3 nonprofit. Anyway, I'm just saying, if you haven't visited the website, I'm inviting you to do so. So here's the resource tab. And I have a special request of all of us. But if you haven't been through here, and I'm not sure, this is the tab where you'll find what's working in the world. Like Barbara Marx Hubbard used to say, what's working? We need to tell the story of what's working. So I am reminded of that with that vision as we sit around this beautiful utopic heaven on earth, watching these in this boat sinking, that here are resources for ourselves as whole beings, our culture, how we work together, stay in community, one together, what's happening with well, I guess let me just show you what's under these whole tabs. Whole self is about health, healing, and wellness, women, children, masculine, feminine balance. It's really about how we are whole beings. And then look at all these individuals and organizations that are under here. Okay, whole culture is about collective consciousness, resonance, coherence, and circles. It's about equality, justice, and human rights. It's about the indigenous and ancestral wisdom, peace, relationships, culture, ethics, transformative values, and then social synergy, cooperation, and collective resourcing. And again, you can go under any one of these topics, find this, and go click on it and learn more. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of individuals and organizations listed. So whole communities and whole systems. Under that, we have business, economics, and alternative currency, community building, eco-villages, intentional communities, conscious commerce, sustainable goods and giving back, governance and leadership, hunger, clean water, food and agriculture, and whole systems change, solutions, and transformation. And then whole earth. And with that, it's all about the environment, climate, energy, and the elements. Whole worldview is very simply about the whole worldview. And there's just the whole worldview organization on there. The sacred within all is religion, spirituality, and consciousness. And then I'm going to skip over this one. Serving the greater good is sacred activism, philanthropy, and volunteerism, how you can get involved. And then media, conscious media. So you can find the Dr. Julie Show, the whole conversation, Power Radio. We're looking to expand this if you know of conscious media that you want to include. But I want to go to conscious resources, and here's where I want to invite you in to look at this tab. Under conscious resources, we have arts, entertainment, and media, authors and books, documentaries, videos, and films, education and programs, groups, circles, hubs, and organizations, science and technology, tools and solution, unity, wholeness, and integral studies, and website links and other resource repositories. So if you look through here, again, there's a plethora of resources available for anyone. This is open source. We want everyone to see what's working in the world. We want everyone to see all the amazing initiatives out there. And here's what I want to open for conversation, participation, and co-creation here, is that I'm going to invite you over the next couple of weeks to look through this. Everyone has those books, those authors, those resources that you came across that have moved you, that have helped you, that have changed your life, that have been informative. And I look around at my library here, and there's so many, I can't even put them all in here. I need to prioritize, but we can all add some books. So as we scroll through here, you may see books and authors that you know, and you may see a lot of missing pieces, because I know there are. So I'm going to invite you in, make a list. What are some of those books? And we can create, here's our own Marian Head. We can create the books and the links, and we can get, now look, Giles Hutchins is here, and he has a brand new book that I don't have on here. It's in my hand, called Regenerative Leadership, so I can add that to Giles. He's an important voice in the movement for regenerative living on our planet. So it's a pretty extensive list, but you know, I love the Joanna Macy books. We're missing a lot here. Lynn McTaggart, The Intention Experiment's on there. I'm just looking as we go. Linda Linker Rosenthal. Woohoo! So that's authors. Then I just want you to be aware, look at the documentary films. There are all kinds, and I just saw one in my newsfeed the other day, and I'm like, this one was so amazing. I purchased it. I want my husband to watch it. I'm really excited about it, and I never added it here because there's just so much that we can do with this website. I'm going to do another tutorial on all the other amazing features we can do. Look at these education programs. You guys are taking classes. There are some of your favorite things here. Of course, there's the Shift Network. Where else? Ubiquity University. Where else? What is missing? And then groups, circles, hubs, organizations. Right here, guys. There's so many opportunities in front of us. I love this. Look at Global Family, a direct link, Institute of Noetic Sciences. We all know what's missing. These are communities and regions that began working after Barbara Marx Hubbard challenged cities to work together. Events, gatherings, celebrations, individuals, hubs and circles, social media, science and technology. So this one tab, tools and solutions, films for action. United Earth Solution Awareness Toolkit. Okay, I've said enough. This is the tab, and I want you to scroll down and say, what's missing? What can I contribute? How might I add to these lists? What could I bring to this tab that would add value and help? So with that, I want to just open this up. We have about 8 more minutes. Take yourself off mute. How did you feel seeing that? Have you been on that before? And do you want to participate? Can you bring us more resources in so we can help populate these tabs? And you may be called to something totally different, like I want to do that integral whole systems. I want to bring you more resources for that tab, and that is totally fine too. But books are really easy for us to begin, and I just want to, yeah, look at Julie. Books, yeah, books, lots of books. Lots of stacks of books, tons of books. Okay, so with that, I just want to open this up and yeah, hear from you. Hear from our collective voice here. And June, you're unmuted. I had muted you before, but you're unmuted. And yeah, Linda, are you trying to talk?
I'm bringing our sister Marion Head in here with a big wow about that page. I'm sorry that I have not explored the website more thoroughly. I love what you just did, this little tutorial. I think it'd be great, again, to have a little educational video to bring people into the page. Here's a little tour of what we're offering. It's fantastic. It's so full. My gosh. Just the tab of resources, but everything else that was on there. So thank you for pulling that together. Just incredible. I have a page on my website that has links, but not the descriptions that you have. And it's just things that sing to my heart. So in that feeling of gratitude and the vision that you have of holding the blanket of what is working, what is good, and watching this paradigm of the old ship, the old battleship, sinking, it's very exciting. It's a great way to start Thanksgiving and to really appreciate the plethora of good stuff that's out there and to keep amplifying that. So I will, keep my eyes and heart open. I'll be out of town for a while, probably not. I won't be back till next week. But what a great thing to think about is all the good that's happening. So thank you for that.
And this is June. Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead, June. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say how amazed I was by what you just showed us, and sobered by the fact that I have not gone over that part of the website until now, and I will be spending some time there. It's very exciting, and I definitely will be adding to it, as I have a plethora of books that I think would add to it. But it opens my eyes more fully to what I can offer others that don't know about Good of the Whole. It's a beautiful example of what is there, what people can find and join and belong to, that I have missed that part. So I'm just very, very grateful that I'm on the call today. I had problem getting on the call, but I'm very grateful to be here. So thank you. I'm complete.
I just wanted to add to your vision of the ship and the. I love that. That really does kind of say it all. Here in the desert, I live across the street from Lake Sahuarita. Now, by any other standards, it's a pond. But here in the desert, it's a lake. And every Sunday afternoon, we have the lawn chair sailors out. These are all the people from the Northwest and Midwest who are sailors at heart, but they bring their remote control boats and they have sailing regattas on the lake. They all sit in their lawn chairs and control their ships and their boats. And so I had this vision of, yes, we're all standing safely on the side of this pond, watching this ship, and really sensing and feeling that, oh, and we have the remote control in hand that allows the ship to come to safe harbor. And the vision that I was given many years ago in my travels around the world, that actually I was on top of Uhuluru, Ayers Rock at that time in the middle of the Australian outback. And it was a new moon night, and I had climbed up and hidden in a cave so that when they got all the tourists off the rock, I crawled back out into this unbelievable canopy of stars. And I had this vision handed to me that we were being thrown a lifeline, and that someone had to catch the lifeline, that we were to be towed to safe harbor, and that our planet was in fact going through this turbulence within the cosmos, and this lifeline was this energetic alignment. And I said yes, I would catch the lifeline, not knowing how or any other way of knowing how to do it, but just saying yes and having faith that standing up, saying yes, and showing up for that, I would be shown and guided. And that faith is in this time crystal alignment that I had spoken to at our retreat, and it's coming to me now that I said I would write up something about that. So I will do that. But so for us lawn chair sailors, that remote control, have this lifeline of being towed to safe harbor, all of that I think is also where we can come together and feel that gratitude around the world that we started with. I feel it even more now. So thank you.
Good morning again. I love it. I loved your cartoon, Julie, and I have someone who I'm pretty sure would be happy to draw it for you. He's a graphic artist and a cartoonist and more, and I think I'll give him a call today. I think he'd be excited to draw it. And any others that anyone comes up with, maybe this is a book for good of the whole. I think it would be an awesome thing to put together. And he's like-minded, so he would get it. So anyway, and I thank you for the tour. I would be more embarrassed if someone else hadn't already spoken up that's been here longer than me. I hadn't gone there. I was just blown away and amazed by what you showed us this morning on the website. And yes, I have some I can help share. And I'm very excited to see more and go explore it on my own now and see what all there is. It's like, wow, you did some amazing gathering, and together we can add so much more. And wow, what a resource, like was pointed out, we have to share with others now to say, look, just go here. Just go here. So thank you so much, Julie. And thank you for this morning.
We're at the top of the hour, but I'll give just a few more minutes here if Nahid or Kate want to jump in and share anything before we close.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I just want to say, I was deeply touched by the depth and the vision and your commitment and all that you have brought into it. And besides the homepage, I have not gone through. And thank you for taking the initiative to take us there. I mean, Otherwise, I would have not known. And so, yes, this is the beginning of a more scale co-creation. So I just want to say thank you for that. Yes, now I know. Yes.
And Kate would just say that, yeah, I've kind of felt the depth and power of the Midwest hub for a while now. Yeah, I just can't, say enough how much I think Julie Kroll is a powerhouse that, I've been listening to, as a matter of fact, 10 o'clock, I got to get on. It's time for All Things Connected. I know you can hear that stuff in, but there's just so many things I do. I get on the computer and hours have gone by before you know it, and it just kind of, the way the artificial interface can just go, well, this is what she would like next. It kind of blows me away. So, and irks me that our most intelligent people are marketing things. And so a little bit more, I love living this. So I love living that outer island beyond the ship and just observing the sinking ship and doing what we can. But yeah, I mean, y'all blow me away. That, the immensity of the websites from the crystalline, you all have great websites, and I'm just honored to know you and amplify what you're doing. Living this new reality already. I feel like we're singing Freedom's song. I know.
Singing Freedom Song, and gratitude. Thank you guys so much. And just speaking of that, we're a few minutes late, but the show is with Shelley Darling today. We're talking about when the whole sees itself as whole. So you can go to www.empowerradio.com, or you can go to the mobile app, which is really cool on your phone if you're in the car. I'll have to tell you, Empower Radio, you can literally, it's so easy to just listen to one right after the other.
Part of my nature.
So there's Shelley's voice.
Part of it. And with that, to me,
There's, whoops, what am I doing? Anyway, so Empower Radio, Shelley's on today as my guest. I love, love, love you all. Love, love, love you all. Thank you. Mwah. Feel free to unmute and say goodbye. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Very
Bye.
much. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy
I love my
Thanksgiving.
family. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Thanks, Julie.
Thanksgiving. See you guys.
Thank you.